Going to jump into another one of the scariest, creepiest, strangest TikToks compilations that you will ever see. It's Expanding Rays, Be Your Higher Self. Man, let's get ready.
These are the top 3 scariest movies streaming right now, all based on true stories.
First up is the HBO Max movie In the Walls. This follows a true story of a serial killer who broke into someone's home and lived there undetected for almost 3 years. He was on the run from the cops when he broke into the Southern California home located in the town of Anaheim in 2016. In the attic is where he stayed put for a while, but then soon realized that he may be able to stay there longer than he thought. It wasn't until 2019 when he made a mistake. Next up is the Netflix movie Ward. This docudrama follows 3 different cases of people that went to Mexico to get surgeries that they couldn't afford in America. The 3 people went to Mexico at different times, but they all went to the same hospital. They all experienced living nightmares at this location. Last on the list is the horror movie Taken Too Far. It's about a group of teenagers who started doing seances in cemeteries back in 2021, Louisiana. This is easily one of the scariest movies I've ever seen. To say this movie is terrifying is a severe understatement. I challenge anyone to make it through the first 10 minutes of this movie.
Man, you got me excited. I grew up on scary movies. Like, that's what we used to do. Like, Friday night, school, long week of school. We get together as a family, get some blockbusters, get some snacks. You know what I'm saying? If you know blockbusters, you old like me. But yeah, it was a good time. So I'm going to definitely check these out. I got a scary movie myself that I think people would like. I don't know if it's based off a true story, but if you know anything, if you done any research deep down the rabbit hole, and you know anything about reptilians or extraterrestrial activity on Earth, you would really like this one. It's called A Killer Within. I got mine from the library. I don't know where you can get it. Look it up, but you would definitely like this one if you into that theory, or if you know what I'm saying, if you know, you know.
What locals did to this man's family was pure evil. This was the real-life Pennywise. In 1954, Victor Lane was a kind clown who performed at the Black Hollow Carnival in a small Ohio town. But Victor's life had always been full of pain. As a child, he lost his family in a mysterious fire that destroyed their home. The townsfolk called it an accident, but Victor overheard men joking about how the freaks got what they deserved. Despite his scars, Victor became a clown to bring happiness to others. But Black Hollow never welcomed him. They called him Creepy Smiley and spread rumors behind his back. One October night, a group of boys at the carnival decided to humiliate Victor. They set his tent on fire during his performance, destroying his props and leaving his face badly burned. The crowd laughed as Victor stumbled into the woods, his costume in tatters. After that night, the town changed. Children began disappearing. Parents would find red balloons tied to their doors or balloon animals on their porches. The mayor's son vanished after a balloon was tied to his mailbox. Some claimed they saw Victor's shadow in the woods, his smeared makeup and scarred face visible under his tattered mask. A search party found a shack deep in the forest with old carnival props, burned family photos, and a mirror etched with the words, "Who's laughing now?" But Victor was gone. Now, every October, red balloons appear around Black Hollow. Locals say it's a warning. Victor hasn't forgotten, and the clown of Black Hollow always returns. And every year, someone disappears.
I'm not gonna hold you. This one sounds scary. It sounds like something that can really happen. He wanted vengeance on them bullies. He was tired of getting bullied, man. He was on some Eminem stuff, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna come and take your kids and, you know what I'm saying, slaughter your family. He was about that life. It sound like. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what really happened. Somebody check out Black Hollow, and this story sound legit. Like, and the fact that somebody go missing every once a year in October, that's scary, man. He got copycats. He got people that's inspiring him. He got a whole nation of revenge for the nerds. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to him. No, I don't want to be on this bad side. Oh yeah, it's time to quit. Matter of fact, it might be time to sue. This shark had no shame in this game. He wanted some head. Goodness God.
Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play?
this one actually kind of looks like you.
I don't see it.
So free? Its eyes moved. I'm serious, dude. The little figurine's eyes moved.
Why are you always messing with me?
What the?
This needs to stop. I need help, please.
Whoa, what the fuck, bro?
I don't know how they got this stuff to do this, but that Chucky must have came off the movie set that it originated from. That little redhead doll started twerking on the wall. Must have just been feeling rambunctious. And that little figurine, that eyes move, that's crazy. I don't know where they sell those at, but that's crazy. It must have been like tilted to the side. I don't know. But what's up with the rattling in the house? I mean, that could have been somebody just, people play all types of tricks these days, man. You know what I'm saying?
Scary facts you wish you never knew.
On an American $1 bill, there is an owl in the upper left-hand corner of the one encased in the shield, and a spider hidden in the front upper right-hand corner. When someone tells you that they have a question for you, all the bad things you did recently run through your mind. People who don't dream usually have a personality disorder. Typing 444 will turn on TikTok's dark mode. When you suddenly wake up at night, it means someone is watching you. If you out a drop of liquor on a scorpion, it will go mad instantly. Coconuts kill about 150 people each year. Leave a note on a table before you leave the house. If you come back and it's gone, leave the house immediately and call the police. If someone misses you, they are 80% more likely to appear in your dreams. If a person sleeps a lot, they are sad. Someone invented Wi-Fi without having Wi-Fi. How is that possible?
First of all, why they hiding stuff on the American $1 bill, man? America's so creepy and weird, man, and sneaky, like, you know what I'm saying? A spider and an owl, like, what that mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, what secret society is that? Like, damn, give us a break. Y'all fucking shit. And, ask somebody, I got a question for you. That's always how they get me before I got fired at my job, man. They be like, we need to talk to you. I'm like, oh, shit. oh my God. I'm just thinking about all the shit I done. And most of the time, it's something I didn't even think that was wrong. That's the crazy part. But, yeah, all this stuff is creepy, man. Strange.
Oh my God, that's what I look like. Like, how do you fix this? Like, how do you fix this? I didn't realize he had taken off my whole lip.
November 3rd, 2020, aspiring model Brooklyn Corey walked into an Arizona nutrition shop when an employee approached her and said, "Whatever you are about to go through, you're going to remain positive." This would be an ominous foreshadowing of the living nightmare she was going to experience just 15 minutes later. Brooklyn then left the shop and headed to her cousin's house nearby to have lunch with her. And ironically enough, while she was there, she snapped a selfie of herself and noticed she had a zit on her upper lip and felt very insecure and self-conscious about this. She would even later say she went on to crop her upper lip out of this photo that she took, not knowing just moments after this, she would have no upper lip at all. Brooklyn was then in her cousin's kitchen watching her cousin put away these pots and dishes and happened to notice the pit bull, a pit bull she had known since it was 8 weeks old when her cousin brought it home, one that she had met many times and she would say never showed any signs of aggression or violence towards her, was sitting beside her and her cousin, and so she reached out to pet it. And as she did, she turned around to look at her cousin just for a few seconds and then turned back towards the dog. And as she turned back, all she saw was a blur of fur, gums, and teeth as the pit bull lashed out at her and sank its teeth into her mouth, specifically her upper lip. It would hang on to this lip with all of its strength. So now she begins to grab its head and try to push it back off of her lip, but it is biting down and holding on so tight that it even starts shaking her head a little from side to side. This pit bull would go on to hang from her upper lip for a full minute before she was finally able to pry this dog's teeth off of her face. And as she did, she would later say she saw something fly out of the dog's mouth and go through the air and hit the wall. She didn't know at the time it was her upper lip. All she knew was that she immediately took a big breath. She described it as feeling like someone shoved dry ice up her nostrils. Her cousin took one look at Brooklyn, and all she could say is, "You're going to sue me when you see what's been done to your face." Moments later, Brooklyn was rushed to the hospital, where a nurse would throw a rag over her face and say, "Please cover up," because she could not bear to look at her face. Ultimately, the pit bull was put down, and as for Brooklyn, even after multiple facial reconstruction surgeries, she has, for the most part, let go of her aspirations of being a model because it's been very difficult, as you can imagine, to get work. Instead, she's taken up skateboarding.
This is crazy. My guess is that she is a really good skateboarder because something in the cards said, look, we need you to skateboard, not be a model. But the message could have came a different way. And the fact that somebody told her that you're going to remain positive, whatever happens to you and that's about to happen to you, I guess that's her, that was her life lesson that she had to go through. And it seems like she's doing it because she is able to speak about it and take pictures and stuff. But this is like it's a healthy reminder to be thankful for the little things, because like that, things can be taken away from you, things can change. So just relish in the small, mundane details of life and to make it as sacred as possible.
Imagine waking up and realizing that your face has been replaced by a smiling plastic doll, but no one else notices except you. You tell your friends, "I can't move my face anymore, I think something's wrong. Doesn't my smile look fake to you?" They all stare at you in confusion, saying you look exactly the same, no different than how you've always looked. You feel like you're living in a nightmare. Why isn't anyone noticing that your face has completely hardened to plastic and you can't stop smiling? Even in the streets, people aren't scared. Instead, a producer approaches you and offers you a record deal, saying you have the face that everyone wants. He's proven right when you become an overnight sensation. Millions of fans idolize your fake doll-like smile, and you even start a trend of people stretching their mouths so they can look like you. Still, no one notices that this isn't your real face, and soon more and more people in society start transforming into dolls. Now, as a famous pop star, you realize this has gone too far, and what you really want is to have your own face back. But the only way to do that is to destroy everything. This short film is called The Dolls with Attitude, and I thought it was a brilliant representation of forcing yourself to appear in a way that just isn't authentic, and being trapped in this cycle that you can't escape from. So definitely check out this short film and follow for more.
This sounds like an episode of Black Mirror, when it's like an exaggeration of the realities that go on behind the scenes. It sounds like media. It sounds like the industry. You know, like something I like to see, even though it looked like I would need subtitles, and I don't like reading subtitles, but hey, check that out, man. Let me know.
These are the scariest videos found on the internet that you shouldn't watch at night.
Alright, so it wasn't that scary, like, especially when you grew up around dope heads and alcoholics. You know what I'm saying? But one reason why I think hospitals are scary, from all the little hospital clips that you've seen, so much pain in one area, I wouldn't be able to do it. That's real life horror right there. But come on, give me something better. Scare me for real. It is scary, you know, good editing. I guarantee you, if something like this really happened, that person would have screamed when they seen them eyeballs. They would have, and start running. It wasn't enough panic for me, you know what I'm saying? A good trick though, you know, entertaining.
This man turned his son into a doll. Here is the true story of Charlie McCarthy. McCarthy was a famous ventriloquist in the 1920s, known for his own show. But there was something strange about his dummies, especially one named Edgar. Edgar had a unique appearance that made it impossible to look away. He had very realistic hands, an extremely expressive mouth, creepy eyes, and he was also Charlie's largest dummy. What made this situation even stranger was that Charlie never let anyone get close to his dummy. He was the only one allowed to touch it and keep it locked in his chest. What comes next will terrify you, but don't forget that I can only protect my followers who have commented with their first name. One night, after a performance, Charlie McCarthy was found lifeless in his dressing room. Beside him lay his beloved dummy, wearing a faint smile. When the police examined Edgar, they made a horrifying discovery. Behind the mask was the lifeless body of a child, later identified as Charlie McCarthy's son. Share this video with everyone you want me to protect.
Bullshit on this one. First of all, how you gonna put a mask on a dead body? Ain't he gonna smell? Would he have some embalming fluid to like cover up the smell or something? Like, it's gotta be more to this story. Second of all, somebody look up this Charlie guy and comment below like what you found out, because it sounds bananas. Sound like he killed himself and put a smile on the dog's face to make it look like, you know, I guess he was tired of just playing with the dog. He said, I want to be with my son.
We need to talk about this photo. This was sent to me by one of my followers, Laura, and when I read this true story about what happened to her, my jaw was on the floor. I've never read a story that actually happened to someone that was this terrifying. So let's get into the story. This photo was taken when I was 1. I had a nanny back in Indonesia and she acted very strange. Everyone felt uneasy around her and felt chills whenever she was around. Her eyes were cold and she was awkward, but at first we didn't think much of it. She was only around for a couple weeks because the next thing that happened blew my mind. One day my mom came home and found our door unlocked, the lights off, and the sound of someone's voice chanting. And on top of that, I was screaming and crying. So my mom got our neighbor and together they barged in the door, only to find me latched onto my nanny and no one could pull me off. They had to perform some kind of exorcism in order to get my arms off of her. And then she started mumbling under her breath saying, "This is impossible, usually they be by now." Later, we found out there was a group of people in a satanic cult that went around nearby towns pretending to be nannies so they can perform sacrifices to the devil and pretend it's an accident. In return, they were promised fame and money. And based on the words this lady mumbled after the ritual, it's clear that this isn't the first time she's performed this sacrifice. I only found this out months ago, but every time I see this photo, I feel chills down my spine. Oh my god. Thank you so much, Laura, for letting me share this story, and I'm so glad you're okay now. If you have a scary, strange, or just plain crazy story that happened to you or someone you know, send it to me because I would love to read your story. And follow for
First
more.
of all, yeah, the premise is scary, but there's holes in this story. They had to perform an exorcism to get you off your nanny that you was creeped out by. You a 1-year-old girl. What you mean they had to perform an exorcism? Like, you know what I'm saying? What you was latched onto, her arm? What you, like a bodybuilder? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Like, really? Come on now. Like, was you stuck? Like, come on. I don't know. I would have to see that to believe it. But as far as the other parts of the story, you know what I'm saying? And then like the really, like, they waited all that time, they like go get a priest, and I don't know. But the other parts of the story is that the nanny is why did she just abduct the child and take it somewhere and then, you know what I'm saying, vanish? Or I don't know, maybe that got her locked up or something. But I feel like, you know, it's weird, you know. Should have added more details to the story. But all that aside, the creepy lady watching kids abducting them for Satan is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you vet these people, and don't hire anybody. Don't hire the cheapest person or the, you know what I'm saying, the one that's scheduled as easy as with yours. I mean, you never know these days, man. Just
This is a scary story about Do Not Open. There was an 18-year-old girl named Mia who was in her first year at college. She lived alone in an apartment near her university. One night when she was doing the dishes, she got a call from her friend Pete. She picked it up and he said, "I'm bored, I want to hang out." Mia said, "Yeah, me too, come over." Pete then said he'll be over in 15 to 20 minutes. She then hung up and decided to take a shower. Mia was in the middle of shampooing her hair when she suddenly heard a loud banging on the door. She stuck her head out of the shower and said, "Come in, it's open." But a few minutes later, the banging on the door started again. She then stuck her head out of the shower again and said, "Come in, it's not locked." Just then, her phone started to ring and it was Peter. Mia said, "I'm in the shower, why don't you stop knocking and just come in?" Peter's voice sounded extremely scared and he said, "Do not open the door." Mia said, "Why not?" "I'm outside your apartment building," whispered Peter. "And I just saw a strange woman coming up the stairs to your apartment covered in blood and holding a knife. And she was smiling weirdly and didn't look human at all."
This sounds like some bullshit, to be honest. Like, if she was really about their life, she would have tried the door if she really wanted to kill somebody. If she was really out for blood. Like, and then, how does the story end? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what happens after that? Like, somebody call the police? Somebody get this lady? Like, you know what I'm saying? What's going on? Like, shit. Now, if she would have got in, then that would have been crazy. That would have been something that happened on the movie.
I don't know what she knows that we don't today, but she's arming all the stuffed animals with knives.
My daughter just woke up. My daughter just woke up screaming from sleep just now and handed me a bat, and she has a bat. And now you're singing Ring Around the Rosie? Yeah. No, where did you learn that? We don't sing that. Why do we have bats? Why are you awake? Okay, what are these for? What are we doing with these?
You got this?
No, I don't got this. What do I got? You need to tell me what I'm up against. No, I'm not bringing around shit, baby. You're scaring me.
Arming all the teddy bears with knives. I'm guessing they play knives, because whoever let her in the kitchen getting some knives, y'all need to be taken away, man. Call CCS, man. Why she got so many play knives, though? Like, she got how many kitchen sets does she got? She must have seen a scary movie along with her friend following her with the bats talking about Ring Around the Rosie. The way her mom just cursed at her, I really think she's scared, or either she just not a friendly mom.
Fuck, dude. Fuck, yeah. Nothing. Fuck here. Oh my god, I'm so. Oh my god, look, legit goosebumps. Oh my god. What the fuck is that?
I'm out here walking the trail. I think I hear or see one of them cart things, or train things. Nobody's running them. I don't even know where the track goes. Or what's up here. It's some kind of haunted, spooky Halloween thing or something. Ah, that's a skeleton. Nope.
I don't know what it was, my man, but that scary ass tattoo on your neck looked like a demon, man. Could have been one of your friends coming to visit you. That Ouija prank is hilarious. The fact that he letting his daughters play that is hilarious as well. But yo, I would have been dying. Oh my god, that's hilarious. And that dog look like it's from Krypton. You know, it might be Superman dog. And then return that to him. Call him. Look him up in the phone book. Clark Kent, you know. That wraps up another video of creepy, strange, weird, scary TikToks. If you like, you know what I'm saying? If you like what you see, like it. Say something. Subscribe. Do whatever you want. But you know, I'm going to keep dropping these shows because it's fun.